Is there a cursed object in your room right now? Is the map to summon demons right under your feet? What truth is hidden in the whispers coming from between the pages? Is this melody the last song you will hear? Where do your childhood dolls look at night? Do old mirrors show more than just you?
Welcome to Charnova. Sometimes the most dangerous creatures in the world are hidden behind the faces of inanimate objects. Mirrors that don't reflect you and books that whisper out loud. Today, we are going to explore 5 cursed objects that have blurred the line between our world and hell. Number 5. Occult carpets, patterns of invocation. Some carpets were woven not just to decorate a room, but to preserve forgotten symbols. These patterns were passed down for generations, even when their meanings faded. Over time, people began to wonder if the designs meant more than tradition. Some believed certain carpets made a room feel different, heavier, quieter. Stories spread that these symbols were once used in ancient rituals. Historians say fear often filled the gaps where knowledge was lost. What one culture saw as protection, another saw as something dangerous. That's why some families stopped using these carpets altogether. Today, these carpets sit in museums, silent but still unsettling. Maybe the real power wasn't in the carpet, but in the stories woven around it. Number 4. Forbidden books with whispering pages. Some books weren't banned for what they said, but for how people felt when they read them. Readers claimed these pages whispered, not loudly, but just enough to make them uneasy. What made these books frightening wasn't monsters, but the feeling of being noticed. Across centuries, different readers described the same strange sensation. Some believed the whispers were hidden messages meant only for certain minds. Others say the pages were silent and the mind did the rest. Strangely, many readers stopped at the same pages without knowing why. That's why these books were locked away, not destroyed, just kept unread. Museums call them artifacts, but visitors still report an uneasy silence. Maybe the whispers were never in the pages, but in the reader's imagination. Number 3. Haunted music boxes with satanic tunes. Some objects are remembered not for how they look, but for how they make people feel. At first, the melody sounded simple, almost comforting, like a childhood memory. But as people listened longer, some said the feeling slowly began to change. A few owners claimed the music box played longer than any mechanism should allow. When musicians tried to write the melody down, its pattern felt unfamiliar. Experts examined the box carefully and found nothing beyond normal craftsmanship. Still, some people chose to stop listening, not out of proof, but instinct. Eventually, the music box was placed behind glass, silent and untouched. Psychologists remind us that sound alone can shape fear, even without meaning. So the question remains, was the melody cursed, or was belief the real trigger?
Number 2. Possessed dolls with a demonic presence.
At first, it looked like just an old doll, until people began to feel watched around it. It was placed in the room to bring comfort, not to raise questions. Nothing about its face changed, yet many said it felt different at night. In the morning, the doll was no longer where it had been left. Similar stories appeared in old reports, separated by time and distance. Experts examined the dolls carefully, searching for simple explanations. Fear often grows faster than facts, especially in quiet places. Locking the doll away stopped the movement, but not the rumors. Psychology shows how easily the mind fills gaps with meaning. Whether cursed or misunderstood, the doll remains silent, and so does the truth. Number 1. Demonic mirrors, the soul's reflection. For centuries, people believed some mirrors reflected more than just the living world. In many cultures, mirrors were treated carefully, as if they could open unseen doors. Some claimed their reflection moved differently, as if it had a will of its own. That fear is why mirrors were often covered after death. Over time, certain mirrors gained dark reputations because strange events followed them. Science suggests our minds can distort reflections, especially in silence and darkness. At night, when imagination grows louder, mirrors feel less ordinary. Personal stories kept these mirror legends alive across generations. Historians see these tales as reflections of fear, not proof of spirits. In the end, mirrors may reveal more about our fears than about the unknown. Which of these objects terrified you the most? Look around you right now, and if you see anything suspicious, tell me in the comments. Subscribe and hit the bell to uncover more dark secrets.